Warning, a massive shift is coming. Don't get left behind. Let me start with a hard truth that most people don't want to hear. The world isn't just changing, it's resorting. And the people most affected won't only be companies, it will be individuals. In the next era, the ones most likely to struggle aren't the worst people. They're often normal people with normal backgrounds, average education, average skills, who fall into one dangerous pattern. They stop learning, they lose self-control, and they let life happen to them instead of choosing. They don't build credibility. They don't build a track record. They don't build independent thinking. They live day to day, reacting, consuming, drifting. And when disruption hits, they don't have leverage. No reputation, no rare skill, no trust, no proof of value. But here's the part most people miss. Whenever the world goes through a major transformation, something else happens too. New players appear, unexpected names rise, fresh voices rewrite the story. Some people don't just survive the shift, they become the leaders of the next chapter. So the real question is, how do you become one of them? First, you have to see the direction we're heading. Because the uncomfortable trend is this: a huge percentage of work, and even decision-making, is being handed over to machines, software, and algorithms. Automation is replacing tasks. AI is compressing entire job roles. Systems are optimizing faster than humans can react. And as technology grows, many organizations won't need nearly as many people to operate at a high level. That's the first reason this shift is happening. The second reason is more subtle and more personal. Algorithms have entered almost every digital space we touch. They decide what you see, what you buy, what you believe is important, even what you feel like doing next. The more we rely on recommendations, the less we practice independent thought. The less we practice independent thought, the weaker it becomes. And when you combine these two forces, automation on one side, algorithmic influence on the other, you get a serious risk. If you stop using your ability to think, create, and decide, you lose it. That's not an opinion. That's how evolution works. Develop or decline. So if we keep going in this direction, a large group of people will drift into a passive role, comfortable enough to get by, but not strong enough to steer their own future. Meanwhile, a much smaller group will keep sharpening their minds, building rare skills, and creating new value, and they will shape where society goes next. So how do you know which direction you're heading? Look at the difference between these two groups. One group is guided by algorithms. Every day is a loop, scrolling, short videos, live streams, games, dopamine hits, quick entertainment. Their surface-level needs are constantly fed, but they don't build anything that lasts. They consume, they react, they drift. Their contribution becomes data, clicks, views, engagement, fuel for someone else's system. The other group moves differently. They resist the default settings. They practice self-control. They delay cheap dopamine. They choose long-term benefits over short-term comfort. They build skills. They build trust. They build a reputation for results. And that's the difference that decides who becomes more valuable over time. Now here's the twist. Even if the passive group doesn't create much value, technology may still make life livable for them. Society will keep entertainment and convenience expanding because it's the easiest way to keep people occupied and stable. That's why short-form entertainment and gaming explode in popularity. Not because they're evil, but because they're effective at absorbing attention. And if you're not careful, attention is the first thing you lose, and your future goes with it. So again, how do you become the person who rises during the shift? I used to wonder something. Why do some students who were top of the class end up average later, while some people who seemed ordinary in school end up building remarkable lives? Eventually, I understood this. Short-term success often depends on opportunity. Mid-term success depends on ability. Long-term success depends on attitude. In this era, reliability matters more than raw intelligence. Passion matters more than grinding. Dedication matters more than competing. Because the real capital of the future isn't just money. It's your passion, your ideals, your craft, your ability to keep going when nobody is watching. The future is moving toward more freedom, less rigid structure, fewer predictable paths. And that means each person will become closer to their true self. And your destination will be decided by two things: your ability and your passion. Before we go deeper, follow the channel if you want more truths about money, mindset, and building freedom in the real world. Now let's talk about the most important mission going forward. Find yourself, understand yourself, become the best version of yourself. Want a simple test for whether someone truly knows themselves? Look at whether they can stop chasing external validation long enough to explore their internal core. Searching for your value outside of yourself is a trap, because when the outer layer falls off, many people discover emptiness underneath. The people who become true creators and motivators usually go through the same process. They break away from external expectations and rebuild from the inside. Who am I really? What is my personality? What are my strengths and weaknesses? What kind of work fits me? And what kind of work will slowly crush me? In the past, social pressure pushed everyone into the same correct path. It turned people into copies, a single mold. But deep down, every person has a specific passion, and that passion is often their greatest potential. You can hold a high-paying job and handle huge pressure, but if it's not truly your place, one day you'll walk away. You can study engineering but love writing, and sooner or later you'll find a way to create value through words. Because here's the truth about mastery. Going from 0 to 99 takes time and effort. But going from 99 to 99.99 takes passion. In the future, people who harness passion won't need to depend on a single company. With the internet, they can build influence fast, grow an audience, and become exceptional individuals. So why do so many people feel replaceable? Because they're too similar. When products become identical, prices fall. When people become identical, value falls. For more than 20 years, many people go through school without a single adult helping them discover who they are, what they're naturally good at, what they're built for, what brings them alive. And when they enter society, they realize, I'm not special. Not because they're broken, because they were never guided to become distinct. So how do we move from everyone the same to everyone unique? We help people rediscover their real value. In a fast-growing economy, hard work and technical skills were enough. But when growth stabilizes and competition intensifies, effort alone isn't enough. You need independent thinking, creativity, and a rare combination of strengths. Don't envy high salaries too early. Factory jobs get automated first, but repetitive office work is next. If your job is mostly repeatable patterns, AI will pressure it, slowly at first, then suddenly. And many people won't notice until it's too late. They'll think switching companies will fix it. They won't realize the crisis isn't about the company. It's about their replaceability. So don't mistake calm water for safety. This is not an era where you can memorize instructions and live well. This era rewards independent thought, original ideas, difference. Writing can become media. Drawing can become content. Singing can become live streams. Dancing can become short videos. Acting can become online performance. That's the beauty of today. I want to encourage you. Start finding your edge now. Listen to your inner voice. Step out of the loop of sameness. The era of overnight riches is fading. Even when fame comes fast, it often disappears just as fast. The future will reward detail, patience, craft, care. Everyone will need to adjust their thinking, find their position, and be willing to work hard in the right direction. It's a wonderful era because talent can be seen globally, but it's also a demanding era because if you create no value, you will feel invisible. And whether you believe it or not, the world is moving toward a harsher kind of fairness. People who resist change will struggle, while creators and innovators will rise. Uniqueness creates unlimited value. In the past, advantage was population scale. Now advantage will be the depth of your personal passion and the rarity of your skill. The best investment in the future is investing in yourself, deep self-discovery, and clear identity. And as society evolves, hobbies and income won't be separate anymore. Many people will need to earn through what they love, through inner drive, not external status. So how do you turn what you love into real income? Here's the core principle. Do what you're best at in a way that people need most. It sounds simple, but it requires strategy. Many people believe if I just do what I love, I'll succeed. Not exactly. Work isn't only self-expression. It must create value for others. If your skill solves a problem or meets a need, then it becomes valuable, and value brings rewards. So how do you transform passion into value? Through deliberate practice, not just repeating what you enjoy, but practicing with clear goals, pushing your limits, and learning from mistakes. If you love writing, don't stop at random journaling. Study what readers need, understand the market, improve intentionally. Write pieces that help people. Productivity, time saving, better habits, content that delivers real benefit. This way you keep your passion and serve real demand. That's the balance passion and market needs. But balance alone isn't enough. You also need excellence. Here's a rule worth remembering. Before you commit to a path, you should believe you can eventually surpass 99% of people in that field. If you don't feel that potential, don't rush. Keep searching until you find what truly fits you. Because this leads to a painful truth. Choosing the right direction is often more important than trying harder. Many people spend 100% effort chopping wood, but never sharpen the axe. They use action to hide from thinking. They stay busy but don't know what they're building. In the agricultural era, hard work produced results. In early industrialization, bold investment created winners. But in the information age, the most important factor is your thinking. Now let's get practical. Here are specific steps to earn from what you're good at. Know yourself clearly. What are you good at? What do you love? What value do you bring? Use personality tests, career tendency tests, and your own history. Look for tasks you always finish well, moments you felt proud, problems you solve naturally. Study the market. Is there demand for your skill? Who are the competitors? What customer groups exist? Read industry reports, attend events, talk to potential customers. Markets change. Keep observing. Connect your passion to real value. Find the overlap, what you do well and what people need. It may take experimentation. Don't quit too early. Keep learning and upgrading. Your goal is to become top tier. That requires training, books, mentorship, and real-world practice. Build a personal brand. Write, create videos, speak at events, share your work. Let people recognize you, trust you, and pay for your expertise. Offer unique value. Your uniqueness may come from a special perspective or a rare combination of skills. Become hard to replace. Diversify income streams. If you're a photographer, don't only do client work. Sell photos, teach a course, write a guide. Reduce risk, increase stability. Use technology effectively. Use social platforms, online stores, automation tools to expand your reach and efficiency. Build partnerships. Find collaborators who share values. Good partnerships expand opportunity faster than working alone. Keep innovating. Markets shift. Your approach must evolve. Product, service, business model. Take care of customer relationships. Retention is cheaper than acquisition. Serve well, listen often, earn referrals through trust. Price fairly. Don't undervalue yourself. Price based on value delivered. Offer tiers for different needs. Manage time and energy. Prioritize high-value tasks. Learn to say no. Manage money. Earning is step one. Learn budgeting, reinvest in skills, plan intelligently. Protect your health and balance. Long-term value requires long-term capacity, physical and mental. Be patient. Success takes time. But if you choose well and improve consistently, you can earn through your strengths. And I want to repeat this one final time. Choosing correctly matters more than trying harder. A good first move can change the entire game, like chess. If you still haven't found what you're truly great at, don't rush. Spend time discovering yourself and studying the market. It might feel stressful, but it's worth it. Because when you find the right direction, your effort finally multiplies. Turning what you're good at into income is challenging, but filled with opportunity. Keep your mind open, stay curious, keep experimenting. And don't forget the power of networks. Today, your talent can be seen globally. Use online platforms to reach wider audiences, but also protect your privacy and intellectual property. Finally, remember this: success is personal. Don't measure your life by someone else's timeline. Your path is unique. If you love what you do and you create real value for others, then you've already stepped onto the road. So let's keep moving forward, my friend.